Happy Sunday morning, everybody. It's more like Sunday afternoon. Woke up fine, migraine now, but I have to go to a few garage sales to see if I can find some cheaper old books to use for the wedding. A minute ago for you, about 10 hours ago for me, I was about to tell you how I was going to head out to some garage sales around town to try and find some used books because I want to use books instead of flowers for the majority of my centerpieces for the wedding. And I'm looking for older books, and I want them all to mean something to me. I don't want to just like get books and someone look at it and be like, oh, it's from this university's law school in 1975 and it's about blah, blah, blah. Like I don't want just old books. I want old books that I have read and loved, old books who have been written by authors that I enjoy, books that I plan on reading. They're on my kind of classics list that I want to read, just stuff that matters to me. So I went to some garage sales and had no luck. No nice old books. So instead I went to a bookstore. It's actually called Katie Budget Books, and I've loved it. It's probably going to be one of my new favorite places to go. And I got a lot of books. I got a lot. It's heavy. I figured since my camera battery died right before I was going to tell you what I was going to do and then show you what I was going to do, I would come back and just show you what I got. Wedding decor / book haul, because the books are the wedding decor. So first we have my graduation gifts that my mom got me, and this is kind of the reason I decided to go with to be honest, I wanted a Beauty and the Beast book library, enchanting, whimsical, books take you away kind of wedding for my whole life, because that's just who I am. When I graduated with my master's, my mom got me this lovely typewriter that is up here that I think I probably showed before, but I can't remember, and a few old books. And this is kind of where I started wanting to collect some old ones and then use them for the decor, because you throw away, or you can donate flowers, I guess, but they die at some point. Even if you donate them, they still die. But books, I want to keep these forever, and not only will I read some of these, some of them I won't because they're a little too delicate, but I'll keep them, and I'll always be like, these were at my wedding. I don't know. I think it was a really cool idea. So my mom got me some American Men of Letters. I think this is about Emerson. Yes, it's like a biography or essays on Mr. Ralph Waldo Emerson. It's very old. It's from the late 1800s, 1880s. This is a Shakespeare, I believe. Let's see, it's a little... No, this is Silas Marner, sorry. George Eliot. Nice and little. And George Eliot is awesome. Like old-time J.K. Rowling. Pulling that name game there. Merchant of Venice, which is one of my favorite Shakespearean plays. One of the other ones my mom got me, and it's got a really pretty tree motif going on there. Hamlet, great play. Sometimes I get mad at some of Shakespeare's tragic characters because they just didn't have to be tragic. But it's a great play, and it's another old one. These little pocket classics are so cool. So those are what I had from before. Now I went today to Katie Budget Books and picked up some books that are going to go along with them. And most of them came with covers. Like this is a Mansfield Park, and this isn't an old book, but it's a classic. It's a book that I wanted to have. Love Jane Austen, and I like the hardcover look without the jacket. So I'll be taking the jackets off and then using these on the wedding tables, the reception tables. So like this was $4. and I think it's so pretty, and it's Jane Austen. It's not like I'm not gonna want that in my library. It's not gonna go unused. Another one, we have Phantom of the Opera. This one was another $4. Brings some color. The Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes. And this one's really nice. It's leather. I think I got it for $5. Long lost, he's not lost, he's just dead. But long ago relative of mine, somehow we are related on my mom's side, the Doyles. We are somehow related to Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. The one person who really knew exactly how passed away before I got old enough to really care anything about ancestry and genealogy and family history. So I'm really bummed that I missed out on learning more about this when I had the chance, but I was 8, so what you gonna do? We have Catherine and Heathcliff from Wuthering Heights. Bronte, again, not an old book, but really pretty colors, looks classic when you take off the cover, and yeah, I'm gonna want it in my library anyways. So there's another one. This one, I believe, oh, this one was only $3. Simple Black Catalania. I was looking at it, don't really, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Old book smell. This is one of the ones that I really know nothing about, but it was $3. It's black, it's a great size. So I figured it would look good and I can learn about the book. This one, it's not the best for happy endings in terms of love stories. It's kind of like making Romeo and Juliet your theme for your wedding. Like, do people do that? I bet they do. It's probably not a good idea. I wonder if people who do that actually know the story. But Cast of the Dubervilles, I really like this book. I like the character. And like I said, they don't all have to, it's really hard to find really well-written books that have super happy endings to them where life just turns out exactly how you want them. So there are going to be some books on my wedding tables, on my wedding reception tables, that may not end as beautifully as I want my life to end, with Ian together on a rocking chair watching the sunset, but these are important books to me and stories, and I just want to showcase them, and this is very pretty as well. So either people will know this book and be like, interesting choice, Laura, or they won't know it at all and be like, oh, that's so pretty, that's beautiful, and I won't think anything of it. We'll find out who at my wedding actually is into literature and who isn't. Okay, we've got this one, which I am actually super excited to read. Oh, I'm not going to read it all. It's an anthology of American poetry, which I'm very much into. I love writing poetry, I love reading poetry, and I do love American poetry. So I haven't looked too much up into this book to see what's in here. I just figured there was a lot, so I would have a lot to choose from. And it's a neutral, it's a bigger book because I don't have a lot of thick books. It was $4.50, so that's fantastic. I'm going to need a library too. By the end of this wedding, I'm going to need a library. This one I have not read. It is actually a collection of, I think it's short stories. It includes, it's called Love Stories. Classic Tales of Romance. So sweet. It includes stories from F. Scott Fitzgerald, Edith Wharton, and Kate Chopin. I can never say her name. The lady who wrote The Awakening. Kate Chopin? Chopin? Is it like the pianist? I don't know. Kate. Miss Kate, who wrote The Awakening. So it's in really good condition. It's not that old. So I probably will actually read a bunch of these because they're just short stories by really good authors, and I like the colors. Again, instead of having the lighter color over here, the binding is the light color. And it almost looks like pressed flowers, if you can see that. So those are the books that I got. I honestly can't tell you how much I think people spend on decor for weddings. I need to figure that out. I need to figure out like how much people usually spend on settings for tables for the receptions, like with flowers and candles and stuff. I'm trying to stay cheap here and then also have the recyclable aspect of having books that I will read again and keep in my life. So I have all of these books here. I don't even know if you can see them. All of these books right here. All of these. It's a good workout too. Were $65. 13 books, and I do have some at home. I don't remember how many, maybe like 4 or 5. So 13 books, $65, amazing. And you know, each table is going to be different. Obviously, all the books are different. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to set it up. I might have flowers at a few tables here and there. I might have candles, you know, who knows, something like this. Oh, I totally lied to you. I have more books. I just remembered the other 3 that I bought and aren't out here yet. So I don't know if I'm going to do something like that with sprinkling. Can you even see that? Something like that. And then maybe put some rose petals or put a votive there if people are careful and don't burn down my books. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm going to do either. But I forgot. 3 more books. So these were part of a collection. They were a little bit more expensive. But this is included in the $65 I told you. So I actually have 16 books for $65. And they're part of the Louisa May Alcott series. I don't know what year, but it's Little Women, Little Men, and Jo's Boys. So I've read Little Women, but I wanted to read Jo's Boys and Little Men as well. They go together, which I think is cute, and they each have a little scene on the front, which is adorable. And again, just Little Women is a special book, one of the first classics that I read, and I've wanted to read more by Louisa May Alcott as well. So now I'm done. Now that's all my books. I think that's a pretty good haul of classic old books for a decent amount of money, and now I just have to figure out how I'm going to stack them. And like I said, every table will be different. I won't be able to do the same thing on all of them, and that's fine. And I don't care if people at my wedding pick up the books and go and look and be like, oh, it's Mansfield Park. Like, look through it. That's fine. I want a library feel. Check out the books. That's okay. That is a wedding update, a book haul, and a vlog all in one. I feel like the Tasmanian devil has like come through my life today and just, it's been crazy. But I got stuff done and I'm sharing it with you, and that's great. So I can't believe I have all these books for my wedding, but I do. It's happening for real. Less than 8 months now. So now I just have to get these books to Michigan. Okay, you guys have a lovely evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.